Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson, I'm going to teach you how to apply exact value of trigonometry ratio to solve some of the trigonometry problem. So let's go straight into it. So first one. So we have 60 degree and x is adjacent, that is next to the 60 degree. And 34 centimeters is the hypotenuse because it's opposite triangle and it's a longer side. Okay, so remember three magic words. So ka, twa, and that means we have I and H. So which is we use ka. So now we have C for cos. So we just write this down. So cos of 60 degrees is equal to I, which is x, and followed by h, the last letter all the way down the bottom, don't forget. So 34. Now we just need to solve for x. Now before we do that, of course, we need to work out cos of 60 degrees first. So if you know it, it's cos of 60 is a half. If you don't remember, so we can just quickly draw an equilateral triangle out. So I just quickly draw it out with the side length of 2, and of course all 60 degrees and 60, and then this 60 as well, but I won't write it down because I split this into 2 triangle, and of course this must be 1 because split into half, and this is 30 degrees and h. Now to find h, so we know that h is, in this case, this is the hypotenuse, so which is 4, 2 square is 4, minus 1 square is 1, square root of that, which is root 3. So therefore, this is equal to root 3. I just write root 3 here. So now we find the cos of 60. Cos is ka, so adjacent over hypotenuse, because in relation to the 60 degrees. So which is 1 over 2 is equal to x over 34. Now to solve for x, so we just do cross multiply. So which is cross multiply. So that is 1 times 34 is 34, and 2 times x is 2x, and then halve it. There you go. So therefore, x is equal to half of 34 is 17. There you go. So x is 17 centimeters. Second one. So we have 45 degrees here, and this is opposite, and this one here the hypotenuse. So we have so. So in another word, we use sine. Okay, so S-O-H. Just remember the three magic words. Okay. So sine of the angle 45 degrees is equal to opposite. So O first, followed by H. So the last letter all the way down the bottom, which is X. So now we need to work out the sine of 45 degrees in exact value. So sine of 45, if you remember, is 1 over root 2. If not, again, for 45 degrees, we just need to quickly draw triangle, but it's isosceles triangle. So this is unit of 1 and 1, and then we need to work out the hypotenuse. So 1 square plus 1 square is 2. So therefore the answer here is root 2, and this is 45 of course, and this is 45 degrees. So now we're just looking at this angle here. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is 1, hypotenuse is root 2, so 1 over root 2. So I just go 1 over square root of 2 is equal to 18 over x. Now, if you do not want to draw a triangle out and you don't remember what sine 45 degrees is, you can also use calculator as well. So in fact, I'll just show you how. So if you go sine of 45, and it is give you an irrational number. So if you square an irrational number, it will give you a rational number. So if I square it, there you go, give me a half. I'll just press SD for you. So there you go, a half. So sine square is equal to half. Let me write it down. So sine square of 45 degrees is a half. But we do not want sine square of 45, we want sine of 45. So in your head, you know that you square root both sides. So which is sine of 45, because square root of square, it cancel out. So then that becomes square root of 1 over square root of 2. But then square root 1 is 1. There you go. So the answer is 1 over root 2. So now back to solving the x. To solve this, so I just quickly do cross multiply. Okay. So 1 times x is x. And then 18 times root 2 is square root 2. So don't forget the units. So therefore, okay, alright, therefore x is equal to 18 square root 2 centimeters. Okay. Now, please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi there, I'm back. How do you go? So before we start, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe my channel if you haven't done so you can help me out to grow my channel as well, okay? So let's go straight into part A. So part A, so we have opposite here, and then we have adjacent. So that is opposite, adjacent. So it's 10. So remember 3 magic words. So, ka, toi. Okay, if you not remember, just write this down and we help you. Okay, and then we have OA, so it's 10. Okay, so T for 10. So I just write 10 of 30 degrees, which is equal to opposite OA. So O is 15 and A is X. Now we just need to work out the exact value for 10 of 30. So 10 of 30 is 1 over root 3. If you don't remember, again, you can just quickly use your calculator. So I just go 10 of 30 is equal to this. And I square it. It gives me an irrational number as the button. Again, of course, it gives you a fractions. So we square both sides because 10 squared equals 1 over 3. So 10 must be equal to square root 1 over square root 3. But square root of 1 is 1. So 1 over root 3. So 10 of 30 is 1 over square root of 3, which is equal to 15 over x. So now I just do cross multiply. So I do cross multiply. So 1 times x is x. And 15 times root 3 is 15 square root of 3. And don't forget the unit, okay? So the answer is x is equal to 15 root 3 centimeters. Second one. So now we have opposite. And we have hypotenuse here. So ka, toi. So we have O and H. So therefore must be so. So we write S for sine. Sine of what? Sine of 60 degrees is equal to O. So O is 34, and then H is X. Remember that the word so, follow that order, okay? S stands for sine, followed by opposite, which is 34, and the last letter all the way down the bottom, so which is X. So now we need to work out the exact value for sine of 60 degrees. Now, if you don't remember that, okay, of course, just draw a triangle out or use calculator, okay? So I just use calculator and show it to you again, okay? So if you go sine of 60, so type sine of 60 is equal to an irrational numbers. So we square both sides. So if I square this, it gives me 3/4. There you go. So sine square of 60 is 3/4. So therefore, I square root both sides. That means sine of 60 must be square root of 3 over square root of 4. Again, square root of 4 is 2. So therefore, the answer is root 3 over 2. So sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. And this one, I just copied that out over x. Then I just do cross multiply. So I just got these terms together. And x times root 3 is root 3x. And 34 times 2 is 68. And what I do now is just divide by the root 3 because I want to get rid of it. So root 3. That cancel out. So therefore x is equal to 68 square root of 3. But normally we don't write thirds down the bottom. So to get rid of that, we need to times by itself, okay, in this case. So I times by root 3, I times by root 3. So therefore, x is equal to 68 square root of 3 over root 3 times root 3 is 3. So I cannot simplify it further. So therefore, x is equal to 68 root 3 over 3. And don't forget the units, okay, centimeters. Last one. So we have opposite and then we have adjacent, okay? So is 3, which is 10. So T for 10. So 10 of 45 degrees is equal to opposite, which is x, and adjacent, which is 36. Then we just need to work out the exact value. So if you know it, so we know 10 of 45 is equal to 1. So we can write 1 is equal to x over 36. Otherwise, you just quickly draw a right angle triangle out. And this is 90 degrees. This is 45. And this is 45. And this is 1 and 1. Isosceles triangle. And we need to work out the hypotenuse. So 1 square plus 1 square. 1 square is 1 plus another 1 square, which is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So root 2. So 10 is opposite over adjacent. So let's look at this angle here. So this is opposite. This is adjacent. So 1 over 1. So 10 of 45 is 1 over 1. So which is 1. So 1 is equal to x over 36. Of course, if you memorize 10 sine cos of 45, 30, and 60, it makes it easier for you. Otherwise, draw a triangle out or use calculator. Doesn't really matter, okay? So now to solve this, I just times 36 on both sides, okay? So times 36. So that cancel out. So therefore, x is equal to 36 centimeters. There you go. I hope you got all of them correct. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.